Ricky Hitman Hacker.
This bout is scheduled.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. And that's the opening bell, round one. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Insane action. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Did you see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just misses with that left uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. A perfect counter lands. A perfect counter shot. Talk about Kelly in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring.
What do we expect to see here in round two? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both men step back for just a moment. The straight right just misses. To be careful for that receipt. It's despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Kelly in that last round. And there's the bell to start round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. No rest for the weary. Punch, counter punch. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Catch and shoot. Nice job to block that uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kelly in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And you're switching off. I need you to switch back over.
There's the bell for round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punching. Beautiful counter shot. Right uppercut can't find a home. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. And he misses with the left uppercut. There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. That right hook won't score. Kelly just got rocked. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Kelly in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally on to the 5th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Counter shot lands. Nice counter. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he scores with the counter. That hook was off target. How about that time counter shot? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Kelly in that last round. That bell could not... This is the beginning of round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They exchange punches. He misses with that straight left. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. Just missing with the uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice exchange here from both men. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Kelly in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter... Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Misses with the straight left. He threw a punch and just got countered. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kelly in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Breathe.
Great round, great round. Now relax, relax.
Up there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
And we enter the 8th round. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop.
Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again.
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart. Smarts, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.